Down with the Green Deal is the main demand and slogan with which Labour Solidarity will demonstrate in Warsaw on the 10th of May. Poles will lose up to half their income as a result of the Green Deal provisions. This is the death for our economy, but also for very many Polish workers, not only in the mining or metallurgical sector, for it concerns every Pole. Because the Green Deal only partly concerns agriculture. It's a project for the European Union countries to achieve zero carbon economies. The problem is that Brussels want to impose restrictions by force, for example by banning the use of older cars. But that's just for starters. The European Union's goal is also to ban the sale of new cars and vans with internal combustion and diesel engines by 2035. This is also a big cash heist. There will be a need to renovate apartments, houses. It will make everything more expensive. On Friday, the European Council, without any objection from the Polish government, adopted a directive on the energy performance of buildings which stipulates, among other things, that by 2030 all new buildings must be zero emission, and by 2050 this is applied to all buildings. By 2040 all fossil fuel boilers in residential buildings are to be phased out, to be replaced by photovoltaic installations. Think you'll miss out on costly thermal upgrades at the green counter? It is estimated that up to 83% of buildings in Poland may be subject to it, and the cost to Poles will be more than 1.5 trillion zloty. We invite everyone. It's an apolitical march. It's a march against the craziness behind the Green Commune. As party chairman Jarosław Kaczyński pointed out, Poland especially now needs to unite in the face of threats posed by European Union policies. Today is such a time when there is nothing to divide. Please, you have to be together. Solidarity has announced that it is launching a campaign to collect signatures for a referendum on the rejection of the European Union Green Deal. The referendum question will be announced within days. This is an issue that should unite everyone regardless of views. Every citizen will be affected by this regulation. It will affect our cars, our homes, our daily lives. The European Union is not consistent in its policies. Farmers remind us that further restrictions on agriculture, for example bans on the use of pesticides, are openly at odds with the agreements to import goods from Ukraine. These are much cheaper because there are no restrictions or regulations on food production in Ukraine. So, my farm is supposed to limit breeding, production and competition, for example, with holdings that are in the east in Ukraine, which have several or tens of thousands of hectares, each after all. Is this logical? The European Union has made apparent concessions to the Green Deal in the agricultural sector. Cezary Krzysztof believes. For example, on the issue of fallowing, absolutely apparent, it nevertheless insists on implementing the Green Deal. Well, then we also somewhat will ignore their governorship in Warsaw, which apparently has little to say on the matter. Our response will also be canny. On the 10th of May, the march will set off from in front of the Royal Palace. Then the protesters will march in front of the headquarters of the European Commission representation in Warsaw. It will end in front of the Polish Parliament. Let's stop this madness together. We will see you at the 10th of May demonstration in Warsaw. Łukasz Szmuda, TV Republika.